Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Bonjour. Buongiorno. Buenos dias. Guten Tag. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover this video is going to be about eye remedies, home remedies for eye issues, whether you get something in your eye, whether your eyes are just irritated and you need to do some soothing, whether you have allergy eyes, or puffy eyes, different thing. The puffy eye was actually the result. The remedy for that is actually the movie stars use this one, and they've been using it for a long time. Anyway, the very first thing that I do, and I do use glasses. I've been using them for about maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 years now. These are 1.5s. And they work pretty much well for everything. I do have to use a 2.0 just to let you know where I am in terms of my eye problem. I do use a 2.0 for certain books. If the paper is kind of yellow and the print, kind of yellow, it doesn't have a high contrast, I have a hard time seeing that clearly. So I'll use the 2.0s. Or if the print is particularly small, some books the print is very small. So I'll use a 2.0. But anyway, what I do for maintenance of the eye is I use a B complex with C in it, okay? B complex. And I don't know if this is out of focus here or not. I'll see when I look at it, but hopefully, if not, it'll show up in the subtitles. Subtítulos, los subtítulos. I use Swanson brand B complex with C. Okay, now B vitamins, you don't have to use a very high dose of them. A little bit is okay. But you still have to figure out what works for your body, because everybody's body is different, and you have to figure out what dosage works for you on this. Certain dosages you have to get a minimum, but this would figure out. Like B vitamins can keep you up at night if you take them at night. I take this one in the morning and one at night. Now, I didn't years ago. I've been taking this for a long time. I use Swanson's because it's a really good price. Now, I'm not a sponsor. None of these people sponsor me, and I'm not a spokesperson for any of this. I'm just giving you this because they have a really good price on it. Like the Swanson B complex, I get the big one and then decant it into a smaller bottle just because it's easier for traveling with. But the B complex, I take that twice a day. One's in the morning and one at night. But as I said, what you want to do is check yourself and see. Start in the morning. And then the other thing I find with some of these, some remedies work immediately. Like the itchy eye remedy, that works immediately. But if you're taking something like a vitamin or something orally, you may have to, it takes a few days to sort of saturate your system with it for it to work. So give it a few days, and then you can figure out once a day, after a few days, does it help? If not, try it at nighttime. If it keeps you up at night, don't take it at night. Take it, maybe 4 hours or maybe 6 hours before you go to sleep, so that you're not up, because sleep is important. That's when your body literally, there's so many processes that go on, it's quite extraordinary, but your body recharges itself, so to speak, and so you need a good night's sleep. So that's what I do twice a day. Now, I take an additional B complex, and this is methylcobalamin. Methylcobalamin. There's many different kinds of B complexes. I take the methylcobalamin, and I take this as the Garden of Life Organics. The reason why I take this is because it's a food source from a food source, and so that's why I take this. Now, one spray is 500 micrograms. You don't need a lot of this. I mean, this is the reason why it's in micrograms. It's because it's pretty potent. All right? So one spray, I take 2 sprays in the morning and 2 sprays at night for this to maintain my eye, my vision. because one of the things that made me start on this, the B12 for vitamin for eyes, is that I started as an old one. You'll know that the first vision that started going was my nighttime vision, you know. And, well, actually my reading, and then the nighttime vision, you know, when all the lights are like really, really bright and you can't see. And I thought, well, that was restricting me going out. I thought, I don't want to be restricted. If I want to go to the movies in the evening or meet somebody for dinner or whatever, you know, get in my car and go somewhere, I don't want to be restricted. So what I did is I found that B12 really helps. And I mean, and then if I'll run out sometimes and then, you know, it'll take me a week to get it in, I'll find that towards the end of that week, my eyes are not working as well anymore. That, you know, things are a little out of focus on the telly. So this really works. B12 organic spray, and it's vegan methicobalamin. Okay, whatever the pronunciation is, I may not have that right. Okay, so we do that. So you got the B complex twice a day and the B12 extra twice a day. Okay. Then if you get something in your eye, okay, like for example, if you're cooking and you're working with chilies, like have you ever made those stuffed poppers? And then you rub your eye, oh my God. I mean, you're like blinded. Or you get a bit of dust or something flicks into your eye or something of that nature. This I find works the best of everything. It's Sovereign Silver. Sovereign Silver. That's what that's the brand that I use. I think it's the purest of all the ones that I've looked at. This is the one that's used. And then you get something in your eye, or you get a bit of whatever food, or you know, you might be working on the car and your eye goes, ah. Just spray that on your eye and then blow your nose, of course. But spray that on your eye. And that seems to, I don't know, it seems to attach. I think what happens is it attaches to the, whatever the issue, the thing is that's in your eye, and then washes it out, and blowing your nose helps you to wash that out. So this works magic too. And then I use the Sovereign Silver brand just because it's, I think, the best. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. And then I keep a little one whenever I travel. I don't go anywhere without it. That's one of those things. Okay. If you've got eyes that are just kind of irritated, I don't know, they're dry or something, one of the things you do is like black tea rinse, a black tea rinse. Now, I drink a lot of tea, so I have black tea. I actually use Mighty Leaf organic tea, and you just make it like normal. Make a normal cup of tea, you know, let it steep for a couple of minutes, and then you want to put some ice in it. You want to make sure it's cold. You don't want to put it hot on your eyes. Cold is more soothing. It kind of, you know, constricts the blood vessels and doesn't, you know, so they're because everything's like, you know, kind of, you know, and then just take a cotton ball and just squeeze it on your eyes like that. You dip it in there, squeeze it. You're just giving it a little rinse. I use this little one. I travel with this also, so I use this little one for traveling. And then I also have a big one at home. I love this tea. This is really nice tea. Now, if you don't want, you can buy these like in tea bags. I think they have like, you know, 16 in a packet or something if you don't drink black tea. But if you want to drink, if you do want to drink black tea, this jasmine tea, there's a Mighty Leaf jasmine tea. Jasmine de Printemps Biologique. That's the French side. The English is on this side. Organic spring jasmine. I mean, this tea is fabulous to drink. But it's also, it has caffeine, but it's lower in caffeine. So you can use this too for an eye rinse if your eyes are just irritated. Now, the best thing for allergy eyes, I mean, if you ever had that issue where, oh my God, the pollen's is spring, or wherever you have a pollen issue, and you're like, your eyes are so itchy, oh my God, you can't stop scratching them. And of course, the more you itch the itch, and the more you scratch them, the more the irritated they become. It's really a bollocks. So the best thing, and this works within minutes of taking it. And I use the liquid form because the liquid form goes into your body faster. It actually absorbs into your mouth as soon as if you can hold it in your mouth for just a minute, you know, it'll absorb through your mouth first. Anything you have to take in pill form has to go through the hazards of the digestive system. So this one immediately works. And what I do with this is, if you could use it as a preventative, like if it's pollen season and you have an issue with itchy eyes, I would suggest, you know, starting to take it as soon as the pollen season starts. Now, I take 1 dropper full of this in the morning and 1 dropper full at nighttime. But I use it for other things. It's high in quercetin, so it's good for your adrenals. I have respiratory issues. That's my personal thing. So it's good for that. But for allergy eyes, I mean, you will get relief within minutes of taking it. And, you know, with sometimes with these natural products, not this one so much, but as I was saying about the B complex, it might take a few days to sort of get saturated in your system. This works right away. This works right away. I carry this with me everywhere. Because, I mean, there's nothing worse than having, you know, an allergic. It actually helps with all the other allergy symptoms, like the runny, stuffy, itchy nose. Isn't that a bitch? The runny, stuffy, itchy. It's like you don't know whether you're coming or going, you know? Immediate relief on that. One of the things I know, if it's a bad allergic reaction I'm getting, I'll get kind of like itchy ears. Gets rid of that. So this, and then I use the Swanson brand of liquid stinging nettle. And this can be kind of pricey, but I wait till they go on sale. And then what I'll do is I'll order a bunch of it, a shitload. Now sometimes you can't order too much. So they have like a limit sometimes of maybe 6. So, you have to take that into consideration. But then I'll order two separate loads. But I always keep it on hand. I keep it in the car. I keep it in the, you know, everywhere. I take it with me. I mean, this stuff is magic. It really is. And everyone I know that's ever taken it has it's good. Uh-oh, my phone's ringing. Well, I'll say goodbye then. Oh, no. I've got one more remedy. I think I should unplug that phone if I'm going to be recording. Remedy is the movie stars use this one. If you have puffy eyes, like right now, I have puffy eyes because I'm going through a cleanse. I don't know if you can see it. They're slightly puffy. Cucumber. Now, I use organic cucumber. I keep it in the house anyway because it's an easy vegetable to eat. You just put a little bit of oil and vinegar on there and a little bit of salt, and boom, Bob's your uncle. But just take a slice, make sure it's cold, because cold seems to prove some kind of soothing relief for it. Just lie down, put one on each eye, and then just rest for about 20 minutes. Now, about 10 minutes in, I'll turn them over. So the other side is there. And this takes the puffiness away. Now, you've probably seen this in a lot of spas, you know, like facials. When people go for facials, you'll always see that on there when they're advertising for it. But the movie stars actually use this. One of the things the movie stars also do just to take puffiness out of the face is they'll dunk their face in ice water. But I think that's a bit extreme. I think it's like everything's going into shock. But this really works. And anyway, so there's my eye remedy. Now, if you have one that you know of, I would appreciate you letting me know, because I'm always about learning something new. And if you think this works for you, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to know if any of these work for your particular situation. Okay then, people, if you like it, if you like these remedies, please like and subscribe. So much appreciated. Meanwhile, bye. See you later.